Hi, and welcome back to Be Creative Stamping, and welcome to Stampin' Up's Sale-a-bration 2013. This is one of the cards that we made in my Sale-a-bration stamp camp this past weekend, and I'm going to show you how to line up your stamped images. I am using the Sale-a-bration stamp set, Madison Avenue, and this stamp set is free when you make a purchase of $50. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to line this up using the Stamp-a-ma-jig. We're going to begin stamping this card, and I'm using a Whisper White sheet of cardstock, and it's 3.5 inches by 4.25 inches, so it will fit nicely on the Island Indigo card base. We do need to stamp thanks first, and we're using another Sale-a-bration stamp set, and this one is entitled Vintage Verses. So let's get started. We're going to ink up the sentiment thanks, and I'm using one of our newer ink pads so I don't have to press very hard. And I am going to stamp this about right in the center. Okay, and also I want to show you we need ribbon on the card, so I stamped up a little higher than I usually would because I want to fit our Tangerine Tango ribbon, which is also another free selection in Sale-a-bration. It's our ribbon and embellishment kit. Alright, so now we're ready to get started. I'm going to show you how to use the Stamp-a-ma-jig. The first thing I'd like to do is to put a little bit of snail on the back of our Whisper White, and that way it will keep my, my paper in one place. So here we go, and I've already taken the time to stamp the image that we're using on the sheet that is included with the Stamp-a-ma-jig. These are the two items that you receive when you order the Stamp-a-ma-jig. And I've inked it up in Island Indigo, and the first thing I need to do is stamp on the plastic sheet, and so I am going to line up this plastic sheet right against the black handle, okay? And I'm not even worried about the Whisper White paper yet. All right, so this is definitely inked up. I've already stamped here, okay? And I want to remember that this is the front of the stamp, and this is the side that I'm using. So I'm going to take just a little stamped piece of paper here with the glue dot, and I'm just going to put it right there in the corner. And that reminds me that I need to be holding the stamp this way, okay? All right, so now that that is done, we're going to line it up. And I like to use the lines that are on the graph paper. So I'm lining that with that. And then I want to start halfway through this image. So I have the plastic sheet where I want it. I'm going to move the plastic sheet now, if I can lift it up. And I am going to ink, I stamp, and I am going to stamp down. All right, and now we get to do it again. And so I'm going to line this up right along here. I do want these two adjacent to each other. So after lining it up, I put my handle here again, move the plastic. I know that I need this side of the clear block closest to the handle, and then I stamp. And so now we're ready to move up. So we'll move up till about right here, and I put my little Stamp-a-ma-jig handle right there, remove the plastic sheet, and now stamp. And we're going to do the very same thing again. We're moving the plastic sheet right up here, and it's adjacent to this, and it has enough space here. So I have the stamped image where I want it. And now I'm going to remove that, stamp again, and press firmly. And so now we're going to do one more row. And I think I would like it about here. So I put the handle there, remove the plastic sheet, ink it up again, and stamp. And we have one last one to do. Here we are. And we'll put the plastic sheet here. Whoops, let's move that up a little bit. Ink it up again. And there we go. Whoops, and remember I did have it taped to the grid paper. So there it is, and now we're ready to assemble our card. And we do need to emboss our Island Indigo. And if you will see here, I am using the Vine Street embossing folder. And I've already taken time to do that, but I want to show you how I put it on the cardstock. Go ahead and fold your cardstock in half, and then you insert the Vine Street at the very bottom of the cardstock, and then just run that through the Big Shot. The Vine Street is also a sale-a-bration item. So here we go. The next thing we're going to do is we have this wonderful little embellishment here. And so I took a 4 1/4 inch sheet of cardstock in Daffodil Delight. I used the Adorning Accents framelit. This was the one I used. I put it at the end of the cardstock and ran it through the Big Shot, and I have this beautiful ruffled scalloped edges. And we are going to adhere that to the bottom of our Whisper White. So here we go. I'm going to slip this right on here. There we are. And now I'm ready to tie our ribbon. Whoops. Let's see. Here we go. Just like this. All right. Okay. And now we're ready to adhere this to the base of the card. Now that I've attached the Whisper White to the base of the card, I am going to cut my ribbon at a diagonal and just put the finishing touch on that. And I used one of our punch packs, and in one of them, and I'll put the name of the punch pack on the screen, it has this little punch in it. So what I did was I punched out some Tangerine Tango, Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, and Rich Razzleberry little flowers. And the easiest way to attach them is with a glue dot. And you can just scatter them wherever you would like. I will show you how I did mine on the first card. I've got 2 here and then 2 again. Here, 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 and here. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy Sale-a-bration. Thanks so much for buzzing by.